Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our daily Facebook Live in this 14-day marketing challenge. If you're watching this live, thank you for spending some time. If you're watching the replay of this, thank you for taking some time during your day to watch this. I know that there's a lot going on in the world right now and a lot that you could be paying attention to. And the fact that you've chosen to spend some time today with us to work on your business and to get things moving in the right direction. I'm grateful and I'm really appreciative and very proud that you've made the decision to focus on your business during these difficult times. Today's Facebook Live is going to be probably a bit of a quicker one. This is probably more like, hey, Seishu, what's happening? So we got a whole bunch of you guys hanging out. If you're there, I'd love just to do a quick check-in. How are you guys doing with everything? How has this impacted your business? Have you seen cancellations or are you seeing more reschedules? Are you still having bookings coming in from clients? Are you still getting inquiries? Hey, good morning, LM Photography. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know. Let me know how it's going. Let me know how. Hey, Kevin Unger's in the house. What's happening? Are you guys staying inside? Where you are in the world? Are you quarantined right now? Are you having to stay inside? Are you able still to get out? Are you getting walks outside? Just love to hear sort of how this is affecting you guys right now, both personally but also in your business. We've got Ulrika. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name there. Kevin. So Kevin hasn't had any reschedules, but you've booked 2 for 2021. So there's some good news, folks. Obviously, if couples are planning their wedding for next year, I guess there's no real reason to have this stop other than maybe couples have more time right now to spend on wedding planning. I don't know. It's a good point. Very interesting. So today we're talking about something a little bit simpler. Oh, Seishu. Okay, no business, no bookings yet. I worked on something yesterday that might lead to work down the road. If you want me to share, let me know, or I can DM you. Yeah, Seishu, absolutely. If you have something that we can share with the community to help photographers through this, I would love to bring you on to talk about that. So send me a DM and we can chat for sure. So we're talking in this 14-day marketing challenge. We've been talking about so far getting your infrastructure set up, right? We're gonna go through, and we've got, I think, 14 or something, examples of quick marketing strategies that you can get going in your business, mini sessions or portrait promotions or gift certificates or how to generate wedding leads right now. There's a whole bunch of things that we're going to start just firing at you every single day. It's going to be crazy. But I really thought that it was important for us to spend some time at the early part of this to just make sure that your foundation is strong, to make sure that you've got everything set up, properly, so that when you do have, more attention on the stuff that you're doing, or when you are generating inquiries or you're generating interest, you've got something that's really well structured that people are coming to, which is why we spent so much time on your website. And the website part of the Facebook the marketing challenge here is done now. If you haven't done some of the things that we've talked about, I encourage you to do it. If you have questions, or if you want to share, or if you want to just throw it out to other photographers that you know and get some feedback from them, I do encourage you to do that. Now is a really good time to be focusing on those foundational things. Today we're going to go and just do a really quick audit on your Facebook page and your Instagram page. Now, just like your website is a foundation in terms of, people are going to come to your website, your Facebook page and your Instagram page are just the same. And this is even more important if you're considering running ads, which is one of the things that we will talk about. Running Facebook ads, running Instagram ads. In order to do all those things, you have to have a good Facebook page and a good Instagram page, because that's where the ads run from, right? So when you run a Facebook ad or when you run an Instagram ad, they're running from your business page, both on Instagram and on Facebook. So a lot of the time, and you can see this if you dive into the analytics side of Facebook advertising, a lot of the times you may not have folks that actually click on the ad to go to your landing page or to go into Messenger or whatever your call to action is. But a lot of the times folks will actually click your page and they'll go in and dive into your page that way. And then that might turn into an organic inquiry. And you can see this if you ever put up a post or if you put up an ad, it'll say things like post engagements. It'll tell you maybe you've only had, 30 clicks to the link, but you've had 100 post engagements. That means that someone either clicked like or they clicked on it, or they may have clicked on your page to go and view your page. So your page and the way that it's set up is pretty important, especially if you're going to be running ads. But even beyond that, I think it's important to have a well-rounded, a polished, a finished Facebook page and a well-rounded, a polished, finished Instagram page. So that's my encouragement for you today, is to go and look at both of them and just do a quick audit on them. And I've got a couple kind of notes here for you. And again, if you're in the first aid program here, this 14-day marketing challenge, we're going to email you this checklist item out today. So every morning we email you the link to this live. Every afternoon we email you the summary as well as a checklist PDF of things to do today. So if you're not getting those, come to, where is it? Over here. Come to this link right here and just put your email address in. Again, this whole thing is completely free. There's no Sprout Studio promotion. This is just about helping you guys get through this. So come to this page, and at the end of today, we will email you a checklist of everything we're talking about right now. And even if you're watching the replay, same goes. We're going to email this stuff out. And all of these are available for replay afterwards. We have these in the group. We have these on YouTube, everything. So just quickly, we've got some comments here. I want to kind of just jump through them. So Kevin had mentioned that he's had 2 bookings for 2021. So that's great. And he said all because of Sprout Lead Workflows with following up. They've got nothing but time to reply. Yeah, that's a really good point for sure. Brent is saying every shoot that I had was rescheduled, and I'm not booking new business at the moment, using the time to be the teacher to my little dude and nanny to our baby girl. Absolutely, I love that. Len is saying I went from busy to 0 in 2 days since I was out of the country when this COVID-19 went pandemic. I'm in the 14-day quarantine. Okay, understandable. Ulrika is saying, I have 1 wedding in May that might be moved because of this, but the rest is still going strong. Okay, that's really, really good to hear. I think that's true. I mean, the timing of this worked out in that, not that it worked out. It worked out in that sense that a lot of us are just at the tip or about to go into the busy season for weddings and for portraits, especially for most of us. And so, that definitely is working in that sense. Okay, so we're talking about, again, your Facebook page, your Instagram page. Let's get those things in good working order. These are quick things that you can do today. Not going to make you do a lot of work today, but these are some quick ways that you can just hop in and make sure that everything is in tip-top shape. So let's talk about your Facebook page. Simple things like hop onto your Facebook page and look at it as if your client were looking at it. So much of the time, we're posting or we're sending out posts because we're using tools like Planoly or any of the other tools that you might be using to do these posts. You may never actually go to your page to see what your page looks like. So go to your page and just do a quick audit on it. Like, does it look like it is finished? Does it look like it's complete? Or does it look like it's kind of, half done? Or is the cropping weird on your photos? Things like that. So just do a quick little sweep on your Facebook page. A couple things to pay attention to. Facebook, as we know, likes to change a lot of the structure of what you do in Facebook. And so what might have looked good 6 months ago may not look good today. So make sure that your profile photo looks good. Make sure the cropping looks good. Make sure that your cover photo looks good. Now, something else to keep in mind is your profile photo on your business page is what will show up beside your name in a Facebook ad or in any of your postings. So I recommend having a photograph of yourself. So Seishu, are you talking about your business page or personal page? Business page, 100% business page. It's important, actually, that's a good point, Seishu, that I'll clarify. It's important to have a Facebook business page because it actually is against Facebook's terms and conditions to use your personal page for business. So be careful, because I have seen many photographers have their personal profiles shut down because they're using it as their main business outlet. So be wary of that. And also, as a side note, you can only run your ads from your business page. So it makes sense that you get all the analytics and everything else that's involved there. So I do recommend having a business page. I recommend using it. How I like to use it is I like to share images from recent sessions. I'm not necessarily looking, hey, Chris Robertson. Hey, Chris. Thanks for joining in. Hope that you guys are doing well over there. So I recommend using your business page to share images from a session, share a handful of them, share 3 or 4, and then tag your clients. That's how you get in their news feeds and then therefore in all of their friends' news feeds. And then if you use Instagram, pull people from Facebook over to Instagram. So post 3 or 4 and say, hey, here's a few favorites from a recent session with, client A. Tag them in it and say, I'm going to be sharing more of these as well as some of the behind the scenes in my day-to-day over on Instagram. I'd love to invite you over there to come and view these on Instagram. So that way, your clients will see that. If they're not already connected on Instagram, they'll come over to Instagram. But all their friends and family will see that, and they'll come over and connect over on Instagram. So that's a great way to pull people into more of like the day-to-day stuff. If you want to, stay top of mind and engage with people and help them through things, that's what Instagram is great for. I think Facebook as a platform has shifted away from that, especially the Facebook page platform. It doesn't get the engagements it used to. It doesn't get the interaction that it used to. And not to say that we want to just ignore it because of that. I think we still need to use it. And it's a great way for us to broadcast that kind of information and then tag clients and so on and so forth. But I would then pull them over to Instagram and use Instagram for the sort of daily stuff. So this isn't a full social media strategy session, but just a quick little tip that I thought might be helpful for you. But either way, again, it's important to make sure that your Facebook page is in good standing, in good order. So make sure that, again, you've got images, showing properly. Make sure that they're all cropped properly. Make sure that you've got a description there. Make sure you've got your hours. Make sure that you've got your about section. You can even have like an origin story in there. Facebook's always adding new components to their Facebook business page structure because they care about us as businesses, because that's how they make money, because we advertise with them, right? So they care about that. So they're constantly evolving that. So just go through and make sure that it's fully set up. There's like a settings section. Go there, click settings, and just run through all the sections and make sure that it's fully filled out. If it doesn't have something filled out, they're going to tell you, believe me. So just go in there and check it out. Have reviews turned on. If you don't use Facebook reviews, you should be. It and Google reviews are both great places to be collecting testimonials. And actually, we're going to be talking about testimonials maybe tomorrow. I think it's actually tomorrow as we have it planned out. So really, really good conversation about that. Just make sure that your business page is in good working order. Make sure that when someone goes there, they're not seeing the last post from 3 years ago, because that doesn't look good either. It's just like a blog, right? Make sure that you're keeping up with all of that. And then on the other side of things is the Instagram page. So make sure that you're using a Instagram business profile. You can convert your personal one to a business page if you want to, or a business profile if you want to. The benefit of doing that is then you can run ads through it, but also you get a lot more analytics. So you can analyze, what's happening and how many people are viewing things and what their, click rate is, all different kinds of things like that. You get demographic breakdowns. So it's really useful to have that information. And it also tells Instagram that you're a business, which we are businesses. So it just makes a lot of sense, in my opinion, to use the Instagram business page platform instead of the personal profile platform. So same way that we went and did an audit on our Facebook page, go and do an audit on your Instagram profile. So hop on over there, click your profile, and make sure that everything looks good. Make sure that your photo looks good. Make sure that your bio is up to date. Make sure that you've got a link on there, that you've got the buttons set up. You can set up a button that's like, contact me or visit site or whatever. Make sure you've got that set up. If you want to have, a link in bio, use that. If you're using Linktree or anything like that, make sure that that is set up. If you're using Instagram pinned stories, you can have like the highlight stories at the top of your page with the little circles. If you don't have that set up yet, set those up. Set up some stories. I kind of like to use it as like a mini website, right? You can have some content in there that would be helpful, as opposed to it being a curated form of content. Like, click here for like the latest wedding, like whatever it is. I think it would be useful to create content, or I believe it's useful to create content just for your Instagram pin stories, your highlight stories. So, if you go check out mine, you can see what I've done. I haven't updated it in a little while. In fact, I might do that in response to this. But I've got like, hey, if you're new, like, click here. If you're looking for family portraits, click here. If you're looking for wedding photography, click here. If you're a photographer, click here. And I've got a bunch of stories in there that you get to tap through that are relevant specifically to those things. So it's like it's a little mini website. So if you haven't set that up yet, set that up. Brent, just a heads up, your Instagram icon is missing from your site. The link is there, though. Love your work and the look of your social media pages. Thank you, Brent. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to put myself on the chopping block here. It's true, though. I mean, honestly, for me, I educate a lot more than I need to be focusing on growing my photography business. So I'm obviously full-time with Sprout. I'm the CEO and the founder here of Sprout, working full-time with our team at Sprout, but also educating and teaching. So my focus on my own photography business has definitely taken a backseat to that. However, I do still shoot, but and sometimes I need to take my own advice, I think, right? But so that's just like a generic, piece of advice. That's it for today. It's pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. Let's do an audit on our social media. Make sure that your Facebook page is in good working order, that everything looks good, everything works well. Same thing with your Instagram, and get ready to sort of ramp things up, because as you drive traffic to your website, as you follow all the things that we talked about there in terms of, linking your thank you page and having your portfolio link over to your Instagram, and as you run ads that are linked to both accounts, like, your social media presence will get a lot more attention than it had previously. So just like you want to make sure your website is showing you off the way that you want to be shown off, make sure that your social media presence is showing you off the way that you want to be shown off. So that is the challenge for today. That is it. We're keeping it pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Tomorrow is going to be a really fun one about testimonials. Otherwise, I hope that you're enjoying these. I hope that these are helpful. And I hope that you are staying safe and staying healthy through this crisis. And I hope that you're getting some tools through these and getting some use through these videos, through this series, to give you some work to work on, so that when this is all over, you're going to be in a good place as a business. And as soon as we get these foundational things over with at the beginning of this, I'm telling you, we're going to rapid fire, and we're going to be cranking out the ideas. Your head's going to be spinning, because there's going to be so many different ways that you can implement to generate some quick revenue in your business. And we've already compiled those, and they're growing. The other day I did like 4 interviews just about specific tactics, and they'll each be a different day. So we're trying to do everything we can to help you, because I know that these are difficult times. We know that these are stressful for you if you don't have a nest egg built up. If you hadn't financially planned for this is a difficult time. We totally get that. So any way that we can help to get involved to help you make up for that missing money, we want to be able to make sure that we can help you do that, so that you're still around when this is all over, and your business is still around when this is all over. So that's all that we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you're watching live, thank you for spending time live with me here. If you're watching the replay, thank you for spending time. If you want to watch these live and join in on the conversation when we do these live, we go live every day of the week at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time over in our Facebook group. You might be watching this on our YouTube page, and if you are not on our Facebook community group, come on over there as well. We'll have a link to it in the description below, so check that out. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the next live broadcast. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.